move, but there we go. We
Just
are
go do
here.
it. Yeah, we are live. We
We
can
are
still do it.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hi, hey, hey, everyone watching us. It's a great evening for us. I don't know whether it's your morning or it's your afternoon, but you know what? Karibu sana, karibu hapa, tuzungumze juu ya maisha. And we count it a blessing and a privilege, really, to just have an opportunity to come and share how far God is taking us through this opportunity. And so, karibu sana, karibuni sana. Ai, ni Friday, Friday. Kwa jina
Friday.
ni Furahi Day. It's a Furahi Day. Yeah, kwa majina naitwa Linet. For those ones who don't know me, mimi ni mzaliwa wa Kenya. I'm currently here or living in US with my family, um, with one and only one girl that we move to a situation where when you look right, left, you have all the reasons to live in your impact because nothing is holding you back. Nothing is holding you back. And how have we even come to this? It's because we are learning. So we are not going to talk about success today. We're just going to talk about having the internal peace. Having that internal peace. That is what we're going to be talking about. Because yeah, we can master achievement, we can master responsibility because that's what we know how to do best. But it's very easy as you are learning to lose yourself, to lose your presence to yourself and the people or other causes that matter to you. And so we just want to talk because, again, that is how not only do we learn from each other, but that is how we can change our present situations. When we talk about things, you somehow get to a level of where you say, what next? Yeah, I'm now aware to this level. What next? And so that is what we are here to talk about. And before even we dive in, we'll not be here for long. Before we dive in further, I'm gonna ask sistangu hapa ajiintroduce, atuambie ni nani, na anything about her that will be a blessing to all of us to know. Karibu, my sister.
All right. Thank you so much. My name is McKenna. I was born, raised in Kenya, but I live here in the US with my family. I bless the Lord for this great opportunity that God gave me to venture into this online space, a space where I was so afraid. But now I can say, yes, I've realized, there was that other part of me. And I just want to give thanks to God for what He's doing in me. So we're so happy to be here. Most welcome. In case you have any question, please put it in the comment section.
Yeah, put in that comment section so that we can chat. And so, like I said, we know how to achieve things, but along the line, we lose ourselves. And so, if you've ever felt that you've spread yourself so thin to the level that you cannot comprehend in the moment what's happening, then karibu sana hapa tuongee on the cost of performance and the power of choosing peace. And to help us get that going, I'm going to ask my sister one or two things here. My sister,
Yes.
like I've said, we can be successful in so many things, but everything we do comes at a cost. And so I want to ask you, when did you realize that you were successful, very successful, but that success was only on paper? At the bottom of your heart, as McKenna, you knew something was missing. You didn't have the peace that you need, first of all, to be very, very impactful in your existence in this world. Karibu.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. For me, I realized it when everything looked good, but at the same time, I can say I have served with the church for over 20 years, and I came to this country like almost 10 years ago. And I want to say that everything for me looked good until 2023. That is when I was like, oh God, I'm tired.
Mm.
I realized that I was tired, but still something was
Mhm.
telling me, hey, you're not okay.
Yeah.
Everything is okay there. The payday is okay, but not everything was okay. What about your retirement? What
Mm.
about your children's
I can say.
college fees? So everything was like here. So the titles were there. This
Yeah.
is where you are. The ranks were there. The responsibilities were there, and I was really doing my duties. The
Mm.
expectations were being met. Yeah, every Sunday, whatever, whenever something is needed, I was there. But inside me, I was exhausted. I always tell people I used to have burnout all the time because yes, I'm working so hard, but still, yeah, I wasn't resting so well. I wasn't breathing well. I wasn't present for my children or even for me. That's when I knew success without peace is just polishing pressure.
Mm.
There's
Mm.
nothing like that. At the end of the day, there's nothing. Yeah. And you can't have it all, my friend. Until there's still that emptiness. Yeah. Because peace doesn't come from performance. Yeah. It comes
Mhm.
from aligning yourself with what God has for you, the purpose of God. And again, with the truth. Because, Lena, I know that God has a purpose for each one of us.
Mm.
God loves each one of us. But what is that purpose? What is that joy that God gives you? Until you're able to align yourself to that purpose, then you keep on working and no peace. Yeah, you
Mm.
tired and like, probably I will do something next week, next month, until you just the struggle becomes real. So that's what I can say for now. Thank you.
Ooh.
Back to
You said peace doesn't come from performance.
you. Mm.
And that really speaks volume because you and me can name not less than five people that we know we thought they had it together. Because of the external results we are seeing, we thought they had it together. Just down to the line to realize no, they were dying inside. They were dying inside. Why? Like you say, it's because our peace is tied to our impact. But so many times we always put our impact on the back burner. Things that we know they're really not per se meant for us to benefit, they're meant for another soul to cherish. Those are things that we more often than not will put and aside and say we'll get to it. And so you saying that our peace is more than our titles, our positions, speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. And so thank you so much, my sister, for sharing that. And just to follow up with that, we out of when we are trying to perform, we get conditioned to being this strong. You want to be the person that always is there for everybody. You are the person that uh, one just needs to make a call and you drop everything that you are doing to run for the other person.
Mm.
And in the moment you we don't calculate the costs of saying yes to another person, what's doing to us. And so what is this hidden cost of always being the strong one?
This one is tough.
Yeah.
The hidden cost of always being strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I have a very strong voice. And even if I'm like sinking, people always say, "Oh, McKenna is okay. She's really good." Yeah, because of my voice. Um, but I want to tell you that is not the feeling that maybe you're safe, or maybe you have enough, or maybe you have, yeah, it doesn't really mean that you have to be soft. And most of the time, you're like, oh, when people see you, they can say, hey, Lynn, you're just a high achieving, yeah, woman,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
migrant moms who are doing very well. You're in IT,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
leaders. You're a leader. Oh, you're a pastor in the US. That is really, yeah, you're a breadwinner. You just have to support your family. And most of the time, we carry everything. And when people see us, they, oh, like, oh, that's a strong woman. And most of the time, people are tempted to compare themselves with others just because they have a voice. In this business, I've had most of the people say, oh, for you, this business suits you because you're a
So,
pastor, you speak, you stand before people every Sunday. Yeah.
yeah.
And you realize most of the time we don't strong people don't complain all the
Yeah.
time. We don't break down publicly. Yeah. We try to hide. We are like, yeah, we know how to solve problems. We keep on moving and pushing. But the hidden cause is the emotional isolation that we
Mm.
get, the silence that we get. Yeah, a body that never relaxes. All the time, you have no time for you. You're going and you're going. Yeah. Being the strong one can become a prison for you,
Oh yeah.
where maybe with that payday you're okay, you're able to pay things for your children, to take care of the bills, and you're like, oh yeah, strength is beautiful, I tell you. But
Mm.
a strength without vulnerability becomes loneliness. Yeah,
Mhm.
even, yeah, remember when Jesus went and Lazarus was
Mhm.
dead. The Bible says Jesus wept. Yeah, and even Jesus himself rested. Remember?
Mhm.
Remember, most of the time, Jesus would instead isolate himself from people to go somewhere. He could even run away from people and go maybe to the other side.
Mhm.
You are allowed to be, you just need support. You don't need to walk alone. And that means don't just stay there and feel like I am strong. I think I'm doing it. For us immigrants, oh, work 2, 3, 4 jobs. Hey, by the end of the, yeah, everything is gone. So um don't always allow to be okay. Sometimes just say, hey, oh, is not well. Oh, is
Mm.
not well. Maybe I need that extra stream of income. Oh, is not well. So back to you.
Wow. When you're mentioning and explaining the emotional isolation of what strength can do to you, being strong sometimes is a prison. I relate to that 100% or 110. And that is a crown sometimes we put on ourselves. And yes, at some time you might have needed it to survive. But I think allowing it to now be part of your existence or to be the only way you show up, it kills you silently. It kills you silently. And I was just listening to some preacher yesterday who was saying he was in the midst of so many people, but he was dying inside.
Mm.
Nobody knew what he was. He was contemplating suicide. Sorry to say that, but that's the reality of what's going on. That you can be amongst people, but you're alone.
You're just alone, yeah.
You're just alone. And it doesn't. When I look at it, it's like when it's like I had my wife here, and so the wife bursts into tears, and it's like, so you are that selfish to even think of wanting to do that while we are here? And he was like, Everything was drowning. You even didn't know that we were behind paying the mortgage. You didn't know. I didn't want to tell you. You didn't know that I had skipped paying for our car for 3 months. It was almost due for possession. I didn't want to. And, he's narrating these things, and in the moment, you are like, mm-hmm. If I have not been affected by that, then I know somebody who has been affected by that.
Yeah.
And so, lessons, like I say, those are lessons. And sometimes opening up or say, raising your hand and say, I need help, it doesn't reduce you. It does not reduce you. And sometimes the help we need is not really material. It's information. It's just information. And so, hey, there's somebody who knows what can uplift you from what you are surviving in or from right now. Just reach out. Just reach out.
Yep.
And so, with that, if we really prioritize our peace, somebody say, if anything costs your peace, then it's very expensive. If anything costs your peace, then it's very expensive. And we're talking about performance, the cost of performance, and being put on some pedestal somewhere where you kind of you are judged from how you perform. And so I just want to know, my sister, if we all prioritized peace for you, if my sister McKenna prioritized peace, what would change for you?
Mm. Yeah, I think I'm having some issues here of network, but yeah, we're almost done. Yeah. So for me, I say what would change is everything.
Mm,
Everything would change. Your schedule would shift a little bit. Yeah. Uh, your yes would become more intentional. Yeah.
mhm,
Your no would stop feeling guilty. Like one of the, can I call them weaknesses
mhm,
that
mhm,
I had was just to say no. To say, oh yeah, there's something going on here, just to say no. That would. But when you take peace as priority, you're
mhm,
able to say no or to stop whatever without feeling any guilt.
mm,
You would choose boundaries over, oh, people saying, oh, she's good, she's always available. Yeah.
mhm,
Obedience of approval, rest of approving, yeah, presence of pressure. Because most of the time, we are just there with your parent. We have no time, yeah.
mhm,
We have no peace. But when you say, like, right now, I just want to change my life, and you have that peace, your
mhm,
presence will really be enough. Peace changes how you work. It changes how you parent. Peace
mm,
changes how you lead. Yeah. When peace becomes your goal, you stop chasing validation. Yeah.
good.
Remember, we talked about titles. Remember, we have talked about, hey, who we are and how the world sees us. But when you have that peace, you'll not even be afraid of saying, hey, this is my God. I remember I talked to somebody yesterday, and she was telling me about, I remember I shared with you about the meeting that we had, and people were like, oh, as a pastor you should not be doing this business, you should
Yeah.
focus on this and this. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have my peace. I'm not waiting for anybody to validate me. I know
Oh.
what I'm doing, because there's no point of staying there and saying, oh, God, Jesus is Lord in my life, I have all what it needs, when God has given us
Mm,
opportunities that are really helping us to have peace, no burnout. I'm able to serve better. Yeah.
mhm,
So don't worry about what people will say. I want to say, with peace, you'll be able to perform better. And you just have to own it. and keep it and believe in yourself, and you definitely find yourself there. That's what I can say for now.
Wow, wow. Without me repeating what you've said, what we're saying is that peace isn't something you'll find after your burnout. It is something that you'll deliberately choose before you lose yourself. And as a mother, when you choose peace, your children will see it. They will feel it. Your home will feel it. And you were saying your future will also thank you. That's why this conversation matters, that we talk about these things, because we are responsible for some souls. So we are responsible for restoring uh, not only peace, but a level of structure that within it legacy is built. And that starts with our presence. That's what you're saying. It starts with our presence of being very intentional. And so, for those who are watching us, thank you for being here with us. If this conversation has stirred something in you because you could relate in one way or another, we'll say choose to build a life that doesn't require you to disappear, because that will be the real win for any parent. So thank you everyone for being here with us. We could go on, but hey, it's almost it's time is gone. So we'll be back here anytime, and we keep on talking about this life so that we can not only create awareness, but in so doing, open your eyes and your inner soul to what is available to help you unravel to your next self. So thank you everyone. Thank you, my sister, for making time for to come here and share your lessons
Mhm.
in all faces, as a mother, as a preacher, and as a sister. We thank you. We thank you for what you're doing, for your impact. So thank you everyone. We will be back here before it's too late. We'll be back.
Yes,
Bye bye.
we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.